What would your advice be for those traders struggling with that?
This is I think why trading can be so difficult, because it's such a two-sided thing. And so on the one side, I want to say, waiting for the best setups is better, because, you get to a point where the top 10 or 20% of your trades are going to be all your profits, let's say. And so taking all those smaller trades that you think might work but aren't really that confident about, ultimately end up leading to being break even across the board. Like I would say 80% of my trades really don't get me anywhere, but it's the top 20, top 10% that really move the needle in my account. The problem is, like you said, when you're beginning, you don't really know what that is. You don't know what your top setups are going to be. It takes time to figure that out and find that out. And unfortunately, in doing so, you have to test, you have to tinker, you have to take setups that you have no idea about. You simply have to lose to learn in some ways. And so that's why it's so tough, because that's in essence the learning curve for most traders. And so I think the best thing you can do is kind of make a conscious decision of how much do you want to pay for that learning curve. Back to the whole thing about I never really blew up my first account. I lost 70%. But I never really blew it up because I chose to let my learning curve be cheaper than it needed to be, right? You can start with, say, if say you've got a good lump sum of money and you want to start trading with 50 grand, right? That's great. That sounds amazing. Yeah. But like, if it's your first account, I think most people watching, if you've traded your first account, you know how it usually goes, which is, are you prepared to lose 80, 90, 100% of that 50 grand?
Yeah.
And you can say sure, but emotionally, it's going to feel way worse than only losing 5, right? And the reality is you can learn the same lessons from only losing that 5 versus losing that 50. Yeah. It's just how much do you want to choose to learn? It's how much do you want to take it? And the problem is some people generally don't make it meaningful unless it has an emotional pain to it, which is why losing that 50 might actually, for some people, unfortunately, be the only reason why they learn. Because for them, losing 50 won't mean much, but 500, that stings a little bit. Your brain makes you learn it, the more painful it is. But if you can get out of that and realize no matter how much you lose, there's a lesson in it, no matter how big, I think you can begin to further refine that process that much quicker and have your learning curve essentially be cheaper. Get yourself quicker to that point of learning what A+ setups look like to actually then risk more and then make more money than you lose and become a very efficient exponential betting trader.